I can work with in discussions with my brother. And to make it short, one of the best arguments I saw on your videos is this Hadith 1050 or something about Adam's Valley, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And one of the Muslim guys brought an argument that's pretty strong. And my brother will pretty sure bring this against me when I try to convince him that his Quran is corrupted. And the argument of this Muslim brother was, how do you know the companion of Muhammad, I guess the name was Musad or something.
Abu Musa.
Yeah, Abu Musad. And how do you know that this verse he's talking about was not changed by Muhammad, and he just doesn't notice it because he was not around when Muhammad talked about a new verse or something else. That's a point I need in discussion with my brother. Well, I'm pretty sure he will bring this up 100%.
Yeah. So number one, that's them shifting the burden of proof unto you when the burden of proof is on them. They need to show you that Muhammad changed these verses without Abu Musa knowing or whatever. That's on them to prove, not you, which doesn't exist. There's no source that says that. That's number one. Okay. They have to prove that, not you. Secondly, Abu Musa is not alone in this. Because remember, in the hadith, he's talking to the people of the land of Basra who are reciting the Quran, right?
Yeah.
And he says, he congratulates, he says, your reciting is good. You're doing a good job reciting the Quran. But make sure, bear in mind, that your reciting of the Quran does not harden your hearts like it did those who came before you.
Yeah, don't get cocky or something.
Yep,
yeah.
Don't get cocky.
Yeah.
He then gives the example of what he means. He says, we used to recite a chapter as long as chapter 9. However, I forgot it, right? Yeah. So he's not the only one who forgot the chapter, who used to recite this. It's others, companions as well. And they forgot it. It's not just Abu Musa. Nobody remembers this chapter anymore, except for maybe portions of it. Okay?
Yeah.
So Abu Musa is not a lone wolf in this missing chapter that they used to recite. There's others that were with him. Okay?
300 people or something, yeah.
Well, not even that. Oh, that's the people of Basra, but just his companions that Abu Musa was with.
Mm-hmm.
Like this group of people used to also recite this chapter. Okay. He says, we used to recite it. They don't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But what is the reason why he gives that they don't recite it anymore? It's not because Muhammad abrogated it. He says, because I have, however, forgotten it, except for this portion. Right?
Okay.
So,
but Ari, you could be right, but also the Muslim guy could be right. That could be forgotten after Muhammad's death, but it could also be forgotten before.
Correct. Know? Let's say that it was forgotten before Muhammad died.
Yeah.
Right?
I just didn't notice this. I was not around, and I heard something Muhammad told.
Let's say it was forgotten when Muhammad was still alive.
Yeah.
Does this mean now that, because it was forgotten during Muhammad's lifetime, that it's automatically abrogated? No. Forgetfulness does not equal abrogation. Okay. In order for something to be abrogated, Muhammad has to tell you it's abrogated. So a person cannot just forget a verse or forget a chapter and say, I forgot it, therefore it must be abrogated since Muhammad's alive. No. If it's abrogated, you come to Muhammad and he'll tell you if the verse you forgot, You go to Muhammad and he'll tell you whether or not it's abrogated.
So
Or somebody will remind you.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So if this guy Abu Musa tells the people, I forgot it, and there was not Muhammad around to tell him, yeah, it was changed or something, it's clearly the reason that he forgot it. It's just because he doesn't remember.
Exactly.
Not because Muhammad changed it, because Muhammad was not around to confirm it. So it must be forgotten.
Yeah, it must be exactly what Abu Musa says. He forgot it. Not that Muhammad changed it or abrogated it. He had a failed memory. Okay. Along with others. Their memory failed them. Unless you guys can show us otherwise, show us where Muhammad abrogates this verse or abrogates this chapter. Show us. That burden of proof is on them, not us.
Okay. Just one more question. Did this guy, this prophet Abu Musa, or I don't know this name, I'm sorry. Did he have any book or something where we can search if, he forgot and we can just read what he forgot, or did he all remember this stuff? Can we prove what he forgot, or it's just out of his brain?
Yeah, so it's gone. The only trace that we have of what he forgot is the part that he mentions about the two valleys and the son of Adam and stuff. Okay. That's all we have of the trace of what Abu Musa forgot, you know? So we know that this chapter used to exist. We know that the companions used to know it, and we have a trace of it left. We have a trace in the hadith. It's no longer in the Quran, though. That's the big problem.
Yeah, I guess this is a very good argument. I just need to make it bulletproof. Because it really bothered me. I'm a Serbian guy. My whole family fought in the Balkan wars against Muslims, and my own brother got a Muslim because we immigrated to Germany. And he got a lot of background of Arabic guys and something. And now he got a kid, and I just want to get him out there. And I'm not an educated guy. It feels like I need to read whole history, whole Bible, whole Quran to argue against this shit. And so
language.
I'm sorry. So I appreciate that you take your time and make my argument I got from you bulletproof, so I can use at least this potion. And if I fail, I will come back and
come back
again for the next argument I need to prepare for my brother.
Sure.
So thank you very much for your work, and please keep doing this, because you are the light. What can I tell you?
Praise
and
God.
I'm not even 100% Christian, but you guys are the light. I can't tell you otherwise.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much, and please go on.
Peace, brother. Absolutely. God bless you, man.
Very much. God bless you.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, guys, just to let you guys know, man, that's what Christ calls us to be, right? The light of this world. And so man, it's beautiful when someone who has a heart for his brother, he wants his brother to have the truth, and he's learning, he's seeing this. Man, may God continue to strengthen you, bro, and help you, Sander, and bring the truth to your brother, man. That's our prayer. And come back again if you need some more help. All right, Ahmed, you're on stage. What's up, bro?
I'm fine.
Awesome, man. So we're talking about the preservation of the Quran. You think it's preserved perfectly?
Yeah, it's totally preserved.
Totally preserved. Life, you got something to say about that?
Yeah, so I've read the hadith which you have quoted, and I have a great interpretation for that.
Okay, well, what about the manuscripts of the Quran?
Yes, so I'm going to tell you something very important. First of all, we believe as Muslims that the Quran was preserved orally and textually. But the thing is that it was preserved orally better. And it was also preserved textually, but I do agree that some manuscripts of the Quran, like Sana'a manuscript, there are some errors in those manuscripts. But
Mm.
if some manuscripts have these errors on a local level, this does not mean that the whole Quran is corrupted and we couldn't preserve the Quran even orally. This is something else. So I'll love to talk about the ahadith first, so because you have quoted, and this is such an important topic, and you know that all these arguments are totally old. Nothing is new, and the Muslim scholars have replied so much, but you people don't listen to them. So I'm gonna reply now. First of all, I'm gonna refute your
One,
argument about
one second,
yeah.
okay.
Sure.
So we'll go slowly, because we did just get done talking a little bit about this oral side. I wanna touch on the textual preservation as well, and then we can also talk about the hadith, okay? Because
Sure.
both are important. I agree, both are important. I think textual preservation is extremely important. And I'm glad that you're able to see, like, yeah, there are some manuscripts within the when it comes to the Qurans, like the Sanaa manuscript, that have some errors there. And so this is
Yes.
what will bring some questions to this life. Shoot, throwing an alley oop to you, man. He says that it's the Quran is preserved orally better than it was preserved textually.
Yes.
What do you think about his but he still believes that it's textually preserved?
Right. So you said that it was preserved orally better. So would you say that this would go back to the beginning? Like for example, like the people that wrote the Quran down.
Okay.
Did they
Yes.
memorize the Quran orally?
Yeah, it does go to the beginning.
Right. So those guys would be able to write down accurately what they heard Muhammad say, right?
Yes, I'm gonna tell you something which you might not know. So first of all, we Muslims, you have to listen to me first, so you have to understand. We Muslims have millions of people in the world who memorize the Quran. So, and there are thousands of people who have chains of narrators, just like a hadith, and they say that they heard the Quran from their teacher, and their teacher heard the same Quran, 6,236 verses from
Yeah,
his teacher, and
that doesn't help
his
though.
teacher heard,
That doesn't help
and
you though. That makes
yes,
it worse. That makes it worse
hell,
because you're saying all of these people memorized the Quran. Did all of these people memorize what Muhammad said accurately?
yes, because thousands of
Hold
people
on, hold on, brother.
totally
I don't
agree
need
on
an
this on the
explanation
same
for
Quran.
everything. Hold on, Ahmed. I don't need a detailed explanation for everything that you answer at this moment. I just want to know, do you agree that if you're saying all of these people memorize the Quran, you agree that they memorize what Muhammad said accurately? So what about the
Yes,
people that wrote, my brother? So what about the people that wrote the Quran down? Did they also memorize what Muhammad said accurately?
yes. So the professional scribes of the Quran used to write what they actually heard and what was actually precise at that time.
Got it. So if I show you something that they wrote originally and it was erased and changed, then that would mean that how does that work?
Show me something right now, other than these Sana'a manuscripts, or you know.
Yeah, sure. Let me add this on stage.
Should I just go ahead and read some super chats, big dog?
Nah, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and read some super chats, big dog. All right. So you see this right here, bro?
Top copy manuscript.
Yeah. So this isn't the Sanaa. See, y'all be watching us. Y'all be thinking we got the same thing every time, and we switch it up around here.
Listen to me. Can I speak for just for a few seconds? This manuscript, top copy manuscript, was written like after 200 years, not exactly after the death of the prophet.
My brother, I'm showing you that if the writers of the Quran actually
they,
memorized. Your argument is that people memorized what Muhammad said.
yeah. But some people
Okay,
can
so
make
it
mistakes
doesn't
because they were
matter.
human beings.
It doesn't matter. Look, it doesn't. I'm not arguing when a specific manuscript was scribed. I'm showing
Okay.
you that if you're saying that these people had miraculous memory and they remembered what he said, then that
Yes.
means that the writers would also memorize what they said as well too.
But
So,
brother, it depends upon the quality of the
you can't have it,
scribes.
my brother. You can't have it both ways. You can't say everybody memorized the Quran, but when the people who wrote the Quran down memorized it as well too, made mistakes. It's
Yeah.
either they
There
memorize
are
what
some
it said.
bad writers.
Brother, you got to let me get into the manuscript, please, because you're just trying to
Okay.
give me stuff that's irrelevant. It's
No,
either
it's not
either
irrelevant.
or, bro. It's either or. It's either they memorized what he said accurately or they didn't. You already said
No,
yes. So let's
not all of them. Listen to me. So I have to justify this. So you
did
have to
the
listen to me
writers, all right,
first.
so before you go, did the writers of the Quran memorize what Muhammad said accurately? You said yes.
Yes. Some of them memorized precisely, and some of them made mistakes.
Now some of them. Now that I showed you the manuscript, now it's some of them. You see
This is
the
just one
problem,
manuscript.
my brother. Please give me a second. Do you see the problem that we have when we have these discussions with Muslims? As soon as you asked me for the information, I present it, and now you shifted and moved the goalposts. So I'm still going to ask you about this regardless. Here in the manuscript, it says, you know what we conceal and what he revealed. Rather than the standard reading, you know what we conceal and what we reveal. This does fit the overall narrative context and theology of the Quran, though there was an awkward change of person in a direct address.
Okay, so can I answer now?
Which one of these claims is right?
Can you tell me what is the chapter and what verse is this, by the way?
It's right here, my brother. Chapter 14, verse 38.
And the Arabic word is, let me see, yu'lin instead of tu'lin. Yeah. Okay, so this is a mistake. I'm familiar with that. You are showing something I already know. I know that these mistakes were made by some scribes at that time, and they used to add these things in the manuscripts. I know that, but the problem is that this does not prove.
Wait a minute. I thought you said, okay, so let me get this straight. So they did make mistakes when writing the Quran. So then that breaks your understanding that everybody memorized the Quran and knew what Muhammad said accurately.
I didn't say that. I didn't say everybody. I said that
you were the one that as soon as you came on stage, you said, I want to let you know something about Muslims. And you gave this big number of how many people memorize the Quran. And I said, can we apply that? And I said, can we apply that to the writers? As soon as I went into the scribes and what they wrote, then you changed your answer to try to wiggle out of this. So I would like
Brother,
I want you to give me I want you to give me a real response as why you know which one of these is wrong and which one of these is right.
Okay, so I have to speak for that. So I'll have to speak for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes without. So you're
not speaking for 3 minutes.
Yeah. Now it's my time.
You can respond, but not 3 minutes, man.
Okay, but I have to speak because this is actually a detailed topic. Not this is not something which I have to speak now. So how do I know that actually the word in the Quran is yu'lin instead of tu'lin, which is a mistake in this manuscript? Because brother, I have verified. Not one person, not 2%, not 5%. You can meet thousands of persons in Algeria, in Saudi Arabia, in Tunisia, which will say that I heard my teacher saying yu'lin, and his teacher told him that the word was yu'lin, and his teacher told him. And the same thing will be told by someone, and you can get this statement from thousands of people. And obviously, these thousands of people, these narrators, and these chains of narrators are not wrong. So, by bringing 10 manuscripts which contain some errors, or some basic mistakes, this does not break the tawatur. We use a term in Arabic which is said at tawatur, which means something which was transmitted orally in a great quantity, which you cannot deny. So
Okay.
if there are some mistakes in these manuscripts, like 5 to 6 manuscripts,
All right,
this
man.
just
Look,
does not
all
change
you're
the
telling me,
reality.
my brother, what did you guys memorize? Did you guys memorize the standard reading you have today? Or
Yes,
all right. Now, has that been proven to go all the way back to Muhammad as the accurate
yes,
original statement of what he said?
yes. The Birmingham manuscript is dates back to 568 AD to 645 AD, which
Okay,
was
so
exactly the
you know the problem with that statement is these manuscripts that have readings and texts under it that show that it read different prior to the Uthman's, burning of the books and etc. Prior to Uthman doing that, we have evidence that these manuscripts were altered and to change to fit Uthman's standard narrative. So when you
okay.
say people, my brother, you just went for like 20 minutes. When you say that everybody memorized it, therefore I'm good, and I can just say what they memorized of the Uthman's standard version, you're just basically saying, I agree with Uthman, and anything that goes against Uthman is wrong. Anything that goes with Uthman is right. The reason why you think that you guys have it is because you are literally forced to conform to the Uthmanic standard version because he literally got rid of all the other material that could help our case to prove him wrong. Luckily, there is material out there that survived on the manuscripts and the lower texts as well to prove that this was conducted. But so much of your manuscript history has been tampered with that it's hard to actually pull out what the original Quran actually was. So you think that you're giving me the right answer by saying, oh, it's Uthman's version. That's the right one. The problem is that we have overwhelming evidence that there was a version or a reading that differed from the Uthmanic version prior to this. So just saying a bunch of people memorized his version doesn't help you. So can you give a better answer other than multiple people memorized his version?
Okay, so can I answer no? Sure. Okay, I'll listen to it carefully, and this is also an old argument. I've heard that many times. So the problem is that you are saying one name, Uthman. Brother, Uthman was not the only person who invented the Quran. It is actually thousands of the companions of the Prophet agreed with Uthman. So if Uthman altered something in the Quran, we would see like at least one companion will disagree. But the problem is that
Ibn
all the
Masud.
companions, Imam Ali,
Sorry.
no. Ibn Mas'ud, what did he say? He used to believe that the last two surahs of the Quran are not actually the part of the Quran. But he later changed his opinion, changed his mind later.
Depending on
And
where life was to go, I can show you where Ibn Masud
yes, I know.
disagreed, and Abu Darda disagreed with what you have today in your Quran.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ibn Mas'ud.
Give me like 5 minutes because he doesn't want to deal with the manuscripts. He actually wants to deal with oral. So I think he is more equipped to have a discussion with you because he just keeps going back to what people memorized, but he can only stop at the Uthmanic Codex. I'm going pre-Uthmanic Codex.
Right.
I'm showing you things that existed before that were distorted and changed to match with what he has. If all
I
you're gonna do,
understand.
if all of your responses is just, well, people memorized it, so therefore Uthman's version is right, I don't think you're able to discuss with me. I just want to ask you this question, and then you and Logic can take it off. When someone's ready to deal with the manuscripts honestly, then we can rock. Are you saying? Do you agree that your Quran was not textually preserved? Like you said, it was orally, right? So are you saying was your Quran
Right.
textually preserved or not?
It was textually preserved like 70%, not 100%, but orally 100%.
Right. So it wasn't 100% textually preserved. Thank you. Therefore, you just admitted that your perfect preservation claim cannot be proven. It can't be proven,
No,
bro.
it is
Because you have
preserved
to have
orally.
Oral is one of the worst ways to prove preservation of a text that you
No,
have. Yes,
this is
because
something your listeners don't even know right
you
now.
you
I
just
can prove
said
it to
your
you.
Quran. You just said your Quran was 70% preserved. That means it's
Textually,
not
not
100.
orally.
That means it's not 100% preserved. That means 30%
Now
of your.
it is
That
100%
means
preserved, but orally.
that means 30% of your Quran is not preserved. What do you mean by 30% of your Quran is not preserved?
Textually, there are some errors
What
in
do you
the
mean by that?
early manuscripts.
Okay, so what do you just make it a little bit more clear? What do you mean by 30% of your Quran is not preserved?
No, if it doesn't matter because we have evidences for the oral preservation, and we have, like not 1%, not 1%.
It's okay. It's okay, brother. All you know is what is oral. Everybody remembered stuff. We don't need words. We don't need letters on paper. It's fine. Logic. I'll talk to the next guy.
Okay. Yeah. So you have Ibn Masud's Quran disagreeing with the Quran that you have today, right? So what you're saying traces back to Uthman.
No, Ibn Mas'ud, listen to me. You'll speak always, but you don't let me speak. So Ibn Mas'ud was a companion who used to disagree in the
I know who
beginning.
Ibn Masud. I know who he was. You don't have to tell me who he was.
No, I'm telling you that he used to disagree in the beginning that the last two surahs of the Quran, Al-Falaq and An-Nas, he used to say that these two surahs are not from the Quran. But he changed his mind later.
Okay, that's cool and all. But look at this.
Yes.
Narrated Ibrahim, the companions of Abdullah bin Masud came to Abu Darda. He looked for them and found them. Then he asked them, "Who among you can recite as Abdullah recites?" They replied, "All of us." He asked, "Who among you knows it by heart?" They pointed at Alqamah. Then he asked Alqamah, "How did you hear Abdullah bin Masud reciting Surah Al-Layl, which is 92 verse 3? Alqamah recited, "By the male and the female." Abu Darda said, "I testify that I heard the Prophet reciting it likewise, but these people want me to recite it, and by him who has created the male and the female.
Yeah.
But by Allah, I will not follow them."
Yeah. Sure.
So
can I speak? I know this.
Do they disagree with what you have today?
So what we Muslims believe is that this verse, وَمَا خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْأُنْثَى in Arabic. So this verse is proved by the Prophet, peace be upon him, in two ways, and both of the verses are correct. So some companions heard it.
I'm not interested in you saying both are correct. My only interest is, did the companions disagree with what you have in your Quran?
Yes, they used to disagree, and it's just sad.
So remember, you said that none of the companions disagreed with what Uthman put into the Quran, and yet we have some of the companions disagreeing with what Uthman had in the Quran.
Only one person, and he did not disagree totally. Just one or two surahs.
Oh, so now it's just one or two surahs. Notice, it doesn't matter if it's one or two surahs, one or two ayat, one word of an ayat. If they are disagreeing at any form of what Uthman put into the Quran, that gets rid of your point. Hold on. That gets rid of the point that you made, that all thousands of the companions agreed with Uthman's codex, and none of them, not one, disagreed with what Uthman put into his Quran. We have a couple. We have Ibn Masud and his crew with Abu Darda disagreeing with what Uthman had in his Quran.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer now. So you know how many companions there were at that time? 150,000. But you cannot bring just only like 3 persons. Ibn Mas'ud, okay. So what about like Ali bin Abi Talib, alayhi salam, or what was his name? Ubay bin Ka'b, and many. You've left thousands of people and just bringing only 1 or to a person from an unknown hadith and saying, no, this is
You
not
said
actually
an unknown hadith.
Yeah, many Muslims don't even know this hadith, even the scholars.
Okay, wait,
But
time out. You